have you in tonight's live stream. It is Monday, November the 3rd. Oh my goodness, where has the year gone? So happy November, everyone. I am happy to be here. I've been away from the live stream for a little bit, so I've been live on the other channel, but I haven't been doing as much on the tarot channel. So by popular demand, some folks in the WhatsApp group said, you know what? You got to do this tonight. So I'm happy to be here. Um, oh, one of the announcements that I did want to make, if you're watching this in the live, in the replay, or if you come in live at this moment, you see, nope, nobody's in just yet. So I may wait a little moment until I make that announcement. Hey, Andrew. Hey, Diana. Welcome, welcome. Hey, hey. Welcome to the live stream. Appreciate you joining this evening. Happy Monday to you and happy November to you. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, Brittany. Welcome, welcome. And y'all can give Brittany a thank you and a round of applause. Her and a couple of other folks in the WhatsApp group basically said that I didn't say I was doing a rest of 2025 reading, but I'll add you to the list and we can do what we can. I'm not going to be able to give you a rest of 2025, baby, on a free reading. If you want a personal reading, though, you can reach out to me on at modernmysticmessages at gmail and we can arrange that. But I will absolutely do a list and we'll do what we can, but I can't promise you a full reading tonight. But you did ask first, Andrew, so I'm going to put you on the list first. Diana J, I got you up here. Brittany. Uh, Let me see. Hey, Cece, welcome. Got you up here, Mama, if you want to be. Cece, I don't know what be happening with you in the mod situation, but I'm gonna add you back because Lord have mercy. And I know you be in and out, but it's fine. And before I get started, well, y'all, and I probably mentioned it again a couple times. We also, like I said, I'm on tonight by popular demand. Niana and Brittany and all of them were in the WhatsApp group and was like, you know what, you got to give us what we want. We need you up in here to do some tarot. So I'm happy to do that. Also, by popular demand on my other channel, Modern Mystic Messages, we are going to start a Bible study our way. Now it's going to be a different kind of Bible study than what you used to. I'm going to tell you that right now, but I think it's going to be very enlightening. We're going to start the way I've been doing the spiritual messages on Modern Mystic Messages, but I've been kind of just picking around some points I wanted to make. We're going to go to the beginning and kind of work our way through. I won't be reading the entire Bible, but I'm going to take a couple of days before we start that so I can get a head start, kind of highlight some passages and take some brief notes as to kind of the points that I really, really want to go through in each book. But we're going to work our way from Genesis through Revelation, primarily ascertaining the different Elohim that are pointed out in the Bible and learning more about the nature of Yahweh. So, anybody that wants to join us there, start looking for that. Today is Monday. It'll probably be like a Monday, maybe a Monday, Wednesday, Friday thing for now, unless or until I get a job or whatever schedule that prevents that. So yeah, on those channels, it'll probably be Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the Bible study group. And I'm gonna start trying to pull out a Tuesday, Thursday, or at least a Tuesday, maybe a Thursday and Saturday for tarot on this channel. But we're gonna have to get at least 2 days a week live, and then I can upload on the rest of the days. But I'm gonna be getting back in the groove, y'all. I appreciate your patience with me. Look, I'm healing and trying to work out my ish too, and the energy's been energying, and I've been dealing with ADD. It ain't exactly bed rot, but somewhere between bed rot and paralysis, just stuck in my head. So I definitely appreciate y'all's patience. Hey, Siva Kamor, how are you? Siva Kumar, sorry. Siva Kumar, I got you on the list, so let's get rolling. And Andrew said he wanted to take a look. I don't know how far into the year we're gonna get a chance to look, but we're gonna see what Spirit got, what messages Spirit got for Andrew. Before I get started, though, y'all, I do have to take a moment to call in my guides. I want to clear the space. Watch your ears. Yeah, sure. As we go into this tarot session, I would like to ask for your guidance, direction, and protection over these proceedings. Please be with me and allow me to be a clear vessel for spirit as I go into looking into the cards. Lord Inky, I ask your direction and protection as well. Archangel Michael, please place a fiery wall of protection around me and the viewers that are here for messages of love and light. Please bring in my tarot guides and my ancestors, as well as any of the ancestors for those that I may be reading for today. All beings of love and light and positive intention are welcome here. Any trolls, naysayers, or those who will cause division that are not here for our highest good or the highest good of all, please, they are not welcome and please banish them. May any spell work, negative intention, or evil eye that may be directed to us be returned to the sender threefold. Ashe. All right, folks. And you know, like I said, I really hadn't been doing all of that, but I need to. We reached a point in the program that that sort of thing has become necessary because you know we just have to do what we have to do. So we're gonna get started here in just a moment. Bear with me a second. I just dropped some sage down in my candle and it's gonna gut it, so I gotta get it out. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go. Hey Antoine, how are you? Uh-oh, somebody done got all timed out. Whoa. I ain't even get a chance to see what he had to say. Wyatt, I'm telling you, if you're gonna be nice, fine. We take spirituality pretty seriously around here. So when you come back, play nice or go home. Okay? Okay. All right, Andrew. Let me see where we're going here for the rest. You said the rest of 2025. Let me see. Bear with me, y'all, because I really had not. This is truly an impromptu tarot session. So bear with me just a little bit here while I gather some cards and my thoughts. Those are not the cards I planned to gather. Oh, this is the deck I'm looking for over here. Oh, okay. I surely will, Miss Natalie. Uh, and I put you on the list too, just in case you might want a card or two pulled before anybody else we get too far gone with that. I don't know if Wyatt gonna come back and want something. He might get his message while he in timeout though. Who knows? We're gonna see. All right. Let's see. A message for Andrew. A message for Andrew. What are we feeling, Spirit? What are we feeling? Okay. No, I don't want this deck. I'm sorry, y'all. Like I said, normally I would have some. Niana, absolutely. I got you, baby. Bear with me a second here. Okay. I thought I did make you a mod. I don't know what happened, Niana. Oh, you are a moderator. Okay, you would have to post again, I think, to be able to see it. But you're a moderator now. Yep, you're on the list, Niana. I want to swap out a deck here. I wasn't really planning this. I'm not feeling this deck right this moment for Andrew. You still with me, Andrew? Give me a sign of life in the chat, please, so I can know before we get rocking and rolling here. Awesome. All righty. We're going to get going and see what we got going on over here. Whoa. Yang energy. So Are you being called to balance your masculine energy? Or are you getting ready to like step into some King of Swords Emperor stuff over here? I don't know. We gonna see. Unfinished Symphony is here with Yang. Not for you. Are you chasing a female that you ain't got no business chasing, Andrew? I'm just asking. Or chasing something. It may not even be a female. It may not. We're gonna find out in a little bit more. But there's something that's on your radar, on your mind that I think spirit is trying to tell you. No. Let's see. Yeah, I know, right? That's why I was like, you know what? I was literally sitting at the table with my little fuzzy, ugly Christmas. It ain't even a Christmas shirt, but I got it like on clearance at Walmart a few years ago. One of them big, the stuff that those fuzzy blankets are made out of, and it's kind of some kind of weird red and green plaid. So I call it the ugly Christmas sweater. And I'm sitting there looking crazy. And when I got that song, I'm like, you know what? Let me get off my butt and get on in here because the people say it's got to happen, which I appreciate it because I need to be pulled out of stagnation sometime too. I can say, y'all get me right. Andrew, Spirit says, listen, you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. Okay. You're depleted though. You're over giving and not taking enough time to rest and rejuvenate, reevaluate your relationships and commitments, or you may soon risk your health deteriorating in some way. Now, honestly, as I'm reading that though, I'm not even seeing so much the depletion as you're saying that you ended a relationship with a one that you thought was the one a couple of years ago. I think Spirit is asking you to do another round of shadow work about how you feel about that because you might have a counterpart that's wanting to come in, but you got to completely not just heal from that, but basically transmute that energy, remove those cords. If you have not done a cord removal from that person, look into that. You might want to enter into the search how to do a cord removal, clear that energy completely. If you have anything left over from that relationship, any souvenirs, things they bought you, if her phone number is still in your thing, if the pictures are still there, whatever the case may be, you cut those ties completely because it says, I mean, like I said, yang energy is this masculine energy, but it has this idea of, I mean, which is a creative energy. So that's a good thing. But with unfinished symphony and not for you, it really feels like you say you believe they want to return, but you feel you were led by your guys to end it and move on. Then they provided you proof of infidelity. Yeah. Okay. So if you know they wanted to return, if you have not done a spiritual cleansing and a cord removal, this is your confirmation from spirit that you must do that because they are really still trying to get back in your energy, honey. And don't feel bad. I had 3 or 4 exes hanging around on my fringes in that weird ass friend zone thing. I did videos about it on the channel and everything a couple years ago, and they wasn't a chance. They knew they didn't have a chance at all of any kind of reconciliation, but they wanted me in their energy anyway. They were siphoning my energy, and as long as they stayed in my life in that friend zone, spirit let me know my counterpart could not come in because they were literally sending me the evil eye. And one of them was actively sending me binding spells to keep me stuck, to keep me from coming into union with my true divine counterpart. But boundless possibilities are here. It says you're standing at the edge of limitless potential. Don't limit your dreams based on past experiences. Embrace the boundless possibilities that await you. So that's cool. You said there is no friend zoning here. That is awesome. Dude, perfect. That is a beautiful, beautiful thing. Cause Lord no, like I said, them exes. I had to learn the hard way. I'm a recovering people pleaser, and before I got to this part of the spiritual journey, like I said, I had a lot of folks standing there with their foot on my cape, and I didn't even know it because they seemed friendly, and so many other people and things had fallen away from my life. So I was just, for want of any friendships or company at all, I allowed them to stick around in that friend zone. Because I ain't even think about it. I didn't want them back. I didn't think nothing about it. I didn't think they would be doing spell work. My ancestors and guides let me know, F what you heard. It's a lot of folks that'll do a lot of stuff you don't think about. So yeah, you have to let it go. And yeah, when you and I'm gonna tell you something else. When you get ready to do your cord removal, notice I don't say a cord cutting. A lot of people tell you about a cord cutting. I imagine taking those cords and wiggling them out like you would take, you know how if you pluck a hair with a tweezer, if you yank it out, it'll snap at the hairline and it could grow back fast. But if you take your time and pull it out so that that root, that bulb comes out, then it takes a lot longer to grow back. Remove those cords gently that way, wiggle them out. Imagine that in your head, because cut cords can grow back. Yeah. And you may, depending on how telepathic you were with this person, you might even feel them kind of knocking at the edge of your psyche sometimes. All of a sudden, they're suddenly on your mind and you don't know why, and all that stuff. They're literally trying to make you think about them or make you call them, or maybe they're on your mind. Yeah, because it says here, you hold the key to an awakened life, set yourself free. You're on your spiritual path. You have something that you have been called for, that they can't sit at your table. Whale of a time. Your charge is to enlarge. Yep. And when you do that, your divine counterpart can find you. Let me see what else is here. Ooh. Ally in disguise. Discover the hard to find blessing. Okay, so even before this counterpart comes in, maybe you could call in some soul family or somebody that's going to show up in a way for you that you may not have been expecting to, but it's going to be a good thing. Because again, the love situation, everybody want to look at that, but very often, especially if it's a divine counterpart situation, there's a spiritual mission attached to that. It's kind of a dual thing. Yeah, you get the hearts and flowers and they feel nice and smell good and all that good stuff, but you're not being brought together with them just because they're cute and smell good. It's literally like y'all are coming together to do something. The cute and smell good is just a perk, a fringe benefit. So let's see. Stand up and be recognized. Behold, you are the inspiration you've been looking for. Especially you've been healing for 2 years. It might be like, say, something been percolating over there. You might be just about ready. Ooh. Yep. Go with the flow. Relax. It will all work out in the end is here for you. And the third wave of ascension here. The third wave children are the hope of the world. What I told you. Yep, yep, yep. Ooh, and first wave was right behind that one before I put the deck back together. The first wave of ascension was here too. They are the star seeds, the way showers leading this ascension. So I don't know where you fit in there, first or third. And then yin and yang was there. You ready? I know that's right. Let me see what the shaman cards got. And we're gonna pull a little bit of tarot for you, and then I do want to see where we're going with the star seed, with the light worker. Get to see if we get an activation or a message for you from there. Ooh. Mini mask, the authentic self is here, and jeweled web connectivity. Yeah. Okay, so you coming into this period of authenticity. I'm trying to tell you. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. You about to rebirth, my friend. You just, I mean, been in the transformation rebirthing phase. You don't spend 2 years in, getting your act together and getting over somebody, getting them out of your system, working through that for nothing. But I believe your rebirthing or transformation phase might be about ready to pop, and that's a good thing. Let's see what the tarot's got for us. All right, what we got coming up for Andrew? Ooh, haha, the chariot is here and the two of wands. I'm telling you, it's on the way. You saw how them cards shot out. The chariot is here with the two of wands. So it is up to you, but it is in progress. It's in process, progress, whatever the case may be. The moon was poking out over there, but we're going to see what actually comes out of this deck. Look at here. The ace of wands. What? With the hermit and the devil. Oh yeah, you've been over here healing and doing your thing, leveling up. You've been powering up like when the scorpion? No, scorpion is once get over here. Lord Raiden powering up. There we go. You optimistic? You really are. Okay, Lord Raiden. I ain't mad at you. Ten of Wands. Yep, you're ending this cycle. It's been burdensome, and I get that part, especially when you really thought you found the one, and instead you find out that that was just basically an advanced karmic lesson. True, and it happens that way, y'all. Sometimes when you think you done met the one, and then it go all crazy, and you start doubting yourself, and then you have to stop and realize it's a progression because each relationship, there's no such thing as a failed relationship, truthfully. They're lessons. And as you graduate a lesson, you get another facet of a lesson, or you'll keep repeating the same lesson until you learn it. But even when you get to the point where you really thought you found the one, sometimes that's a final exam to see whether you really, really learned the lesson or not. It's a karmic facilitator. High level soulmate, yes, absolutely, but not the one. It's the one. It's a wolf hiding in the one's clothing. But again, we just have to figure that part out and move on, and then eventually, you never know. Ooh, the three of wands is here, so we got a progression for real coming. And then, whoa, eight of pentacles. Yeah, you've been doing the energetic work. An 8-8 message for sure. You walked away from what you needed to, and you've been doing the energetic work. So this three of wands progression, like I said, the two of wands is the idea. That's where we started out this line at. And the line is ending with the three of wands. It's moving. We got the ace of wands, and I ain't even trying to be funny, but in the tarot, yes, the Ace of Wands is a sign of inspiration, ideas, and all that. But it also, a lot of folks look at it as that one. You know what I mean? So it may be an opportunity. Ooh, now I do not have my. Okay, I'll say I don't have my deck flipped for reversals, but we had the sun here. The sun was what you don't see coming at the bottom of the deck, and the moon. We had the Eight of Swords, the Knight of Pentacles, Temperance, the King of Pentacles, the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, and the Ace of Cups. I'm trying to, and the King of Swords is okay. Remember, I said ask if you were being leveled up into this um, King of Swords, Emperor type energy with the King of Pentacles, the King of Swords, and the Hierophant coming out here flanking that Four of Wands. And guess what? The last card at the bottom of the deck, Justice. You are entering into with the Ace of Pentacles too. I can't stop myself, y'all. Yeah, this is looking really good for you. And my deck is all flipped around, and I didn't intend to. Hey, Weston, how are you, brother? I ain't seen you in a coon's age, as they say. Awesome. Welcome, welcome. Yep, yep. So now I want to pull a little bit of a clarifier here and then just a little bit, and then we're gonna get you a light worker card and send you on. Cause you, like I say, I think I don't know if we're gonna get timing for you, but it looks like something getting ready to pop for you. So even if we don't get specific timing, just know you've done the work and it's about to pay off for you. Oh, I understand. I understand completely. Rest and rejuvenate is here as well as the shadow. So again, this is like the moon and four of swords type energy, you've been doing that. And again, like I said, that's where the level up actually starts coming out. We got justice here for you type energy at the bottom of the deck, and magician energy at the top. Yeah, you transmuting something beautiful. Asking it shall be answered, seeking ye shall find, knocking it shall be open to you. You've been knocking on heaven's door. I know that's right. It is good to have work. You say you hope so, but keeping me posted. All right, that's what's up. We're gonna end out here with the light workers. See if we can get a message from the light workers oracle for you. Ooh, trust in the plan, and that's 13, which is a rebirth card. Hold on, I think that's all we need to do. Let me grab this book, grab this message, and then we'll be done. In preparation for radical growth, there can be temporary disorder and chaos. Whilst the mind may worry that something is going wrong, the spirit knows that this is a way for the old to disassemble so the new can be formed. Although you may feel out of control during such times, you do not need to resist the process. There is no need to attempt to impose your own sense of order upon the greater plan. You do not need to seek resolutions, for there is no problem here in need of solving. What has been cleared away in preparation for the next chapter in your life. What has been is being cleared away in preparation for the next chapter of your life. Have faith. All is well. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Said it's the best reading you had in a while, but it resonates with what you've been going through. Wonderful. Absolutely. Glad to hear it and glad to help give you that confirmation. Because when we're in that waiting period, sometimes, like I said, it's fine for us to be thinking stuff, but because it ain't showed up yet, we wonder if we just imagining stuff or we just being a little too positive or what optim. No, so the confirmations are there. That's spirit's way of giving you a gentle hug and saying, you didn't imagine it. It's on its way. Patience, grasshopper. And you are so very welcome, brother. I do hope you'll come back and join us again sometimes. Absolutely. I hope you'll subscribe to the channel and my other channel. As I was telling them earlier, by popular demand, we're about to get into a Bible study our way. It ain't going to be a typical Bible study, that's for sure. But on Modern Mystic Messages on Monday, Wednesday, I think it's going to be Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It might be Sunday. I don't know. For now, I'm going to say Monday, Wednesday, Friday in the live stream. We're going to start going through the Bible from Genesis on through instead of me just cherry picking specific messages like I've been, and kind of looking at the nature of Yahweh and identifying where there are more than one Elohim or God mentioned in the Bible, because that's the part Christianity won't tell you. So hopefully you'll be able to join us there if that's something that interests you. All right, bear with me just a moment while I clear this and get that reset for who's up next. Miss Diana, are you still with us, Diana? Yep, my pleasure, Andrew. Awesome. All right, Diana, and what's your question, please? So we can figure out where we're going with the cards. Whatever it is you need to hear, you learn to relinquish control of what you focus on. Awesome. Honestly, sometimes I think that's where it's the most resonant message. I mean, if you got a specific question, it ain't nothing wrong in asking for it. But sometimes just letting spirit do what it do. Ooh, now wait a minute. Oh, that was next to that one. Because this, I'm gonna pull from this deck now since they kind of hitchhiked along. Mastery came out of this other deck, and I wasn't even planning on pulling this deck, but it talks about mastering what you're being called to, conquering your life mission, and discovering your true self. Look at there, right out the gate. Message. Let me see what else is out here. Everything happens for a reason in a reading. So, when a deck decides to just pop out loudly like that, I go ahead on and I'm obedient and I go ahead and pull from it. You say you're not trying to figure out your life. Child, ain't we all? Don't worry. You doing better than you think, though. I promise you, you are. Oh, mm. It's been a hot one though. It said rock bottom here. Must persevere and face life head on. Master situations that challenge you. Learn to push the boundaries of life. So at least you know it ain't likely to get much worse. You already been to the bottom, according to this. And you are, but honestly, on a path of mastery, that's kind of the way it goes. When you, especially if you ask to learn something, I've mentioned before at the beginning of my meditation journey, I knew I was being called on the, well, at the time I asked the question, I didn't know I was being called on the path of the initiate, but I had started meditating and I wanted to learn. Oh, perfect. Diana, my sister, you in the right collective. This is the soul family for that type of ish. Cause I done been ripped down to the bottom about, this is my fourth cycle now, but this time, I decided instead of jumping up and trying to rebuild quickly like I normally do, I wanted to figure out what it is that I need to do to make sure I don't ever get there again, like truly heal and do the spiritual work. Just let spirit take me where it's trying to show me, basically. And it's taken a few years, but yeah, because I don't want to keep doing that. But when you're on the path of the initiate or being called to a course of mastery, very often you will be stripped down to the frame, like a car sitting in the middle of the city somewhere, stripped down, broke down like a fraction, because spirit has got to rebuild you the way it wants to, not the way the world says. You've been trying to do it the way the world told you your whole life and it ain't working. Like you said, you'll get to a certain point and then you get chopped down again, and then you get to a certain point and then you, because you're trying to do the lessons but you're not learning the lessons spirit wants you to learn. And very often we have to, like I was telling you, I was about to say, when I started meditating, I said that I wanted to learn how to manifest from nothing. Well, little did I realize, like Spirit say, be careful what you ask for sometimes because you just may get it. Because I asked to learn to manifest from nothing, guess what that involves? That involves life setting you up to have nothing, right? That part. So your tower moment falls, it knocks you all the way down. So spirit can build you back up for something new. But that's a beautiful thing. We got lone wolf here. Solitude will be your greatest ally. Living a meaningful life as a loner to success, the road to success will be lonely. You're just now trying to live your life according to what brings you joy rather than what your parents expect or want from you. Yes, ma'am. Indeed. Ah, now we had the rock bottom and mastery and then easy road. Good karma will be flowing into your life. So that's good. It felt really, really bad for a while, but there is a Dharma season coming for you. Life is a comfortable, live a life, a comfortable average, making it through life. You ain't gonna make it through unscathed, but yeah, honestly, that loner is situation. People think that that's a bad thing. That's the best way, especially now that we kind of in the middle of the zombie apocalypse dumpster fire portion of the ascension path or whatever's happening here on Earth. And I know it needs to happen. I'm not knocking it, but it's a little uncomfortable. Folks, some folks out there are kind of sort of losing their minds, right? Or wrong, or right? Yeah. Child soul is here, adapting to the rules of life, lessons, social structure, rules, roles, tradition. Child soul is here. Maybe it's because you've been on this lone wolf path. Maybe you're doing enough of your inner work that your inner child is well pleased. You don't know what's happening. People will always be crazy. Yeah. Mm-hmm. For sure. Let's see what we got here from the Akashic deck. There you go. And that's all you need to do. Because at the end of the day, we come here And a lot of people will put it on us to do what they want us to do. They saddle us with all of these made up obligations. Hey, environment, welcome. Good to have you in, and happy, I guess it's Tuesday at this point for you. Happy Tuesday. So yeah, they'll make you feel obligated for do this and do that and do this and do that, and I'm like, mm. You sooner or later, when you get to a point that you stop trying to please other people, or like you say, very often, if you're a loner, most of them be done just faded out of your life, so then you can just do the lone wolf thing, and it gets easier, and you learn to please yourself and your inner child. Oh, it's Melbourne Cup Day holiday. Well, happy Melbourne Cup Day. Okay, we got scatter energy here. Diana says you have too much on your plate and have lost your focus. This is causing you to feel exhausted and overwhelmed. Prioritize your well being and create a new plan. Along with professional assistance, it may be time to seek wise counsel. This could be in any life area, from legal or financial advice to more personal needs such as counseling or therapy. And when I said that, I don't know why, because well, it's probably because it's familiar to me. I don't feel like the Lone Ranger if this applies, but the thing that ran through my mind was like ADD paralysis or bedrock, that kind of stuff. Just that sense, not that life is genuinely too much on your plate, but you feel kind of overwhelmed because you might have some kind of neurodivergence that's making you have a feeling of overwhelm a little bit, maybe. And if I'm wrong, please don't be offended, but that's just a thought that ran through my head as I saw those cards. You trying to do too much? Okay, well, you genuinely are. Okay. Ooh, it looks like there's somebody in your life that you ain't seeing the full picture on either. You're not seeing the entire picture of a person or situation. Some kind of deception. It may be purposefully withheld from you, or you may be choosing to look the other way or betray yourself in some way. It's time to gain clarity. Sometimes we see the potential in people for what we want them to be or what we know they could be spiritually. We be trying to see their soul instead of what's really happening. I don't think that's a major problem though, because it does say miracles are here for you. You don't see them coming yet, but they're here at the bottom of the deck. What you're being asked to pay extra close attention to all the big and small miracles that have already occurred in your life, and also to those that are currently occurring around you and are still to come. Miracles surround you. Be on the lookout for them. All right, let me get in here with this tarot and see what's going on. Shall we? You wanted to know your path. We're going to pull some Priestess of Light. I know that's right, Diana. I'm like that too. I'm greedy. I want everything Spirit got for me. Ooh, Divine Mother is here with nurturing compassion and grace for you. So you might have some feminine deities kind of leaning around, gonna be lending you their assistance. You might want to call out to the Divine Mother, perhaps Kuan Yin as well. Oh, you said you told someone yesterday that he intrigued you, leaving possibilities open. Courage is here, strength, fierceness, and family. So hey, that might pay off. You never know. Summoning power is here, instinct, intellect, and control. Death and rebirth, darkness to light. I'm trying to tell you. Yep. Uh-oh, what's this? Touching earth, planting something new. Earth magic, fearlessness, removing obstacles. Go with the flow, letting go, cleansing, and receiving. Oddly, ooh, here's another hitchhiker, but it's the crossing, initiation, what I told you, along with wings of light, becoming something new. Wow. So, yeah, for sure, rebirth energy right there. Yep. Look. Andrew was asking about towards the end of the year, and I don't usually get exact timing, but I know a lot of the folks in the soul family that I'm called to serve are going through that transformation rebirth sort of thing. So between now and the end of the year, springtime, I think at the latest, I think we're gonna start to see a lot of forward movement. And look at here, the chariot came out first again. So you on your way too. Andrew was on his way. Four of Swords. Linda, give it to meditation. Ooh, Nine of Wands. Yep, we could tell you ready. You in this wounded warrior. Well, they call it wounded warrior Chiron energy, but it's also just a energy of resilience. It's been a long road, and it's been you kind of had to hang in there, but keep hanging in there. Don't let it go. Like I said, you get the strength because at this point you're learning to drive your own chariot. Just like most, well, let me see. Now this deck, this is a little different. This deck, they're actually he's holding the reins. In most decks, the chariot is driving whatever they are, whether they dolphins or horses or lions or whatever. Most of the time, the chariot is driving the animals telepathically. So this is about using your will to move forward. Also, this is a Cancer card, so that may be a bit of a timing situation for you from the winter going into spring, but certainly by Cancer season, I expect that you're gonna have a whole different outlook and situation going on. Five of Pentacles, ooh, loss. That's what that nine was about. Did it affect your money, honey? If abundance, let's see. We're gonna get up out of that though. I want to know what's coming, not what has been. Let's see what's coming. What's coming? Hierophant. Interestingly, in this deck, the Hierophant is about like authority, um, official stuff. It can be like spiritual or religious institutions, spiritual authority. But the key words in this particular deck is joined together. Now, you did say that you're kind of opening the door to the possibilities of a partnership coming in, and that may be why this Hierophant is here. Maybe it's a Hierophant coming your way. If the high priestess come out this deck, I know for sure that that might be a divine counterpart because that's her counterpart in the tarot. Ooh, the Hierophant and the devil came out for Andrew too. Wait a minute now. No, we ain't doing no matchmaking over here. That's between you and Andrew. But that's so interesting. That's not a combination I see on a regular. And now two readings in a row, it's come out together, even though I shuffled the deck. Hmm. And the Magician and the Emperor. Whoa. The Hermit is at the bottom of the deck, but you already said you were a loner. You might be the manifest of the divine counterpart for real. Like one of them magical, alchemical union type counterparts. Justice. What in the. Wow. Justice came out for Andrew too. This is crazy. It's your karmic justice, though. I mean, if you don't, but you do. But again, it surprised me, but it don't surprise me because I set a powerful intention for both of my channels to call in soul family, and I know for a fact that a lot of the folks that I read for are kind of sort of going through some of the same sorts of things that I've been going through, and you like I said, you'd have made it through spiritual court. You're closing out some karmic cycles, entering into a dharma season. King of Wands is here at the bottom of the deck. That's what you don't see coming. You open the door for it. I believe he on the way. Ace of Swords, that's the truth. Ooh, Seven of Cups is at the top of the deck. You might have some choices coming in. It might be more than one suitor coming your way, Miss Diana. Said every time you make up your mind, you've been able to make something happen in life, even goals that seem unrealistic. I know that's right. Eight of Wands, it's coming in sooner than you realize too. There's movement towards it. Wow, I like that. Are we done here? Up, Tower. Yep. whatever the stagnation or whatever was before, and it may still be something kind of what looks upsetting on the outside might happen your way, but it'll be basically spirit clearing the way for something else to come in. That's kind of typical too for the chosen, because we just love too much and hold on to too much and be trying to please everybody and don't really want to let it go and all of that stuff. And if you don't want to let it go, that's all right, because sooner or later spirit will let it go for you. The tower, yeah, they have to happen. It hurts, but truthfully, it hurt way less than if you had stayed in whatever trajectory you were on. Sometimes that's spirit's easiest way to get us to where they need us to be, to change our trajectory. Yep. Here's that Five of Pentacles energy again, but in this deck it has a more positive connotation, financial and material changes. So I like that. Firm foundation. That's kind of that ooh, crown chakra. See, crown chakra opening, or you being called to balance it. But if you get that crown open, wow, yeah, you already done said you've already always been able to manifest. I think this magician and the emperor and all that, it might be you leveling up into that magician emperor type energy. Look at here, spiritual strength. This is hermit energy, victory and success. Six of Wands, memories of love. Yep, you've healed your karmic lessons. You may still have a little bit of introspective work to do around the family ties that bind and gag, so to speak. But I do believe you transmuted this. Yep. And here we go. Eight of Wands energy again at the bottom of the deck. Accelerated motion coming in for you. It has been a bit of a wait, Two of Wands, but don't worry about it. Ooh, prosperity begins. Ace of Pentacles type energy. Hold on, I got an eyelash just trying to poke me in the eye. Wow. Oh goodness, I think I just made it worse. Don't you hate when that happens? Oh goodness. I've been pulled out all of their eyelashes but the one that's offending. You know? You say your ex tried to dim your light all the time. Yep. Then guess what? That little message about the cord removals, cut him off, cut him loose, get his energy all the way out your life, because he probably is. And sometimes they don't even be realizing that they do it. They just know what they want, especially if you are an empath and you're gone from their life. They want it back. They want that energy back, even if they don't want you, because they don't know what's missing from their life. But all they know is you was the best thing that they ever had, and now that it's gone, they really kind of regretting life, even if they ain't ready to act right yet. Look at here, dreams are coming true, and this is shaman energy. I'm seeing shaman out here. Yeah, you spiritually are in the process of leveling up. God's ambassador and a DNA upgrade. You don't see this coming, Jesus descendant and goddess energy. Royalty, earth angel healer. And not only are you a miracle, one is on its way to you. Let me get this card over here and get you gone. Because you know what? Like I say, I could do this all day, but ain't no need. We'll grab you one of these. Whoa. I think those are, what is this here? These broke away from the bottom of this deck. Now, we had Soul Child here, but Star Child, Reassurance of the Golden Light, and Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. Wow. Who the hell am I talking to over here today? We're going to find out, though. Diana. The light of the stars exists in you. The earth wants you to share that light with humanity. You're asked to understand that you are meant to be here, that you have spiritual work to accomplish. Give up the idea that you belong somewhere else, to another home in the stars. Instead, let the starlight of your inner being shine here on earth, where it shall make such a positive difference in the world. Fall in love with earth's beauty. She can and will support you in all ways. Wow. And then we got 36. the reassurance of the golden light. This golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It is an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort, and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They're held in the graceful hand of the divine and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. Okay? Didn't they tell you everything was going to be all right? That part. And 27, Cosmic Heart, Cosmic Christ. You are elevating your vibration toward the frequency of limitless supply and unconditional love. Spiritually, you're reaching for a higher level of attainment. Past pain and self defeating behaviors shall no longer have a place in your heart. Christ consciousness is an expression of divine love that comes straight from the universal heart. It triggers a transmutation, an evolution so absolute that we are irrevocably changed. We increasingly become an embodied expression of pure divine will and an unwavering expression of divine love for all who are in need. The process takes lifetimes to complete. As you proceed, you will receive countless blessings to support your journey and fulfill your soul purpose of serving love. There will also be tests. These give the spirit a chance to develop mastery. We started out with mastery. There will be tests of forgiveness. It is easier to forgive when you don't harbor resentment at natural limitations, which is like being angry at the sun for not shining at night. Natural laws prevail, so whether we are speaking of the sun, a child, or ourselves as we grow, compassion allows forgiveness to flow more easily. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Paul, welcome, welcome. And Miss Diana, that is your reading, my dear. I hope that resonates with you. I hope you'll subscribe and come back when all this stuff starts popping off for you. Cause ooh and ooh, awesome, awesome. Yeah, this was. Hey, they your cards. They your cards, boo. You heard me pray about this and ask to get clear messages from spirit before we ever got started. These are your cards and your message, my love. You are so very, very welcome. You're welcome. All right, let me get these cleared away. And next on the list, we have Brittany. Are you with me, Miss Brittany? Brittany, you still here? Or did you have to step away? Is CC still here? Until Brittany makes it back? Awesome, Miss Cece. Do you want a general message or did you have a specific question for today? Hey, Joe Calisthenics, how are you? General is fine. Awesome. I'm doing well, Joe. Glad to see you. And Cece, you know where we going. I'm going to pull your deck out here because your dude might have a message for you today. We're also, let me see here. I want to pull from this one. And pull from the shaman and the priestess of light for you. Yeah, I already placed you on it. Kind of sort of knew that was happening. You're welcome. Here and now is here for you, CC. What's going on with the here and now? Message in a bottle and between worlds. Okay. Oh boy. I'm trying to figure that one out because that's a little. I mean, I know you're in limbo, but you know what? Let's just do it because I think there's something in here that we're going to need to see. Okay, General, for you, Brittany, as soon as I get done with Miss Cece, you're next then. Let me see. Here and now. Being fully present in the moment, living one day at a time. Only this moment counts. You have what it takes to handle anything today if you get if you let go of the need to look into the future or reflect on the past. Be present and notice what is going on right now. This very moment has the potential for you to create miracles in your life. Your prosperity message here is what you are working on is golden and your efforts will leave a powerful legacy. Focus not on meeting a goal in the far off future, but creating your dream now, releasing your desire for an outcome and owning that it already exists. It will appear in the material world as if by magic. Claim your prosperity now. The essence is more important than the form. When you are immersed in prosperous thoughts, you automatically tune in to a sense of timelessness and unlimited potential. You can act as if, in spite of the temporary outer conditions. You are prosperous at this moment. What you think now becomes your reality. Stay present. For the protection message, it says whenever you find yourself drifting into the past, wondering if things could have or should have been better, or whenever you find yourself longing for the good old days, you leak power. The same is true of looking too far ahead and hoping the future will provide you with certainty. Driven by ambition, you might wander too long in a place with no substance and forget that you are here today. The past and future are illusions. Whenever you leave the present moment, you're disconnecting from your inherent power to manifest your reality with true substance. Neither past nor future can give you what you need. Now is all that counts. Come back from those eternities and be here now. All will be well and miracles will appear as if by magic in the perfect timing of spirit. Wow. And then we've got 15. Message in a bottle. It says communication is a sign or a klidon, which is the ancient name for a spontaneous oracle delivered innocently by the speaker that is pointing your way to your highest good. Spirit sends you signs when you ask for them, when you believe you'll receive them, and when you allow yourself to become fluent in the language of symbols, oracles, and omens. They may come to you as a bird flying by, a logo on a truck, and a song on the radio. Expect confirmation that you're pointed in the right direction. Keep your ears open, for someone might just say the right thing that will give you the answer to your query. Today, your message is this: Spirit hears you, and the reply is favorable. Didn't we pull this card before? Brittany, I had called and you weren't able to respond, I guess, because of whatever was going on with your app. So I started on CC's, and you'll be next after CC. But hey, if it applies, take it. But yeah, CC, this is it says you're on target with your purpose and your passion. You're coming into alignment with your destiny, and spirit wants you to know that you're on the right track. Expect a call, a new opportunity, or a message from an old friend or business contact that will lead you closer to your dreams and greatest desires. Spirit has been listening to you. And then let me see. We got between worlds here. Transitions, not being quite out of one situation and fully engaged in another. Temporary blindness is kind of a no man's land. Between the worlds is where you must let go of the tendency to make assumptions. This is a time when you are unable to see what's ahead. Cultivate curiosity and trust the process of change and growth. You are done learning the lessons of recent experiences. In this place, between what was and what will be, is a state of making and unmaking and making again. What is essential now is to admit not knowing. There is a great freedom and power to be unleashed. A mystery that is not yours to understand weaves the web of life within a divine matrix of consciousness greater than your own thoughts, feelings, beliefs, desires, and decisions. The seeds that were planted in the past begin to take root, but what surfaces will probably not be what you expect. When you are between the worlds, you are invited to see with the curious eyes of a child glimpsing a rainbow for the first time. Do so and you will not be disappointed. Let me make sure there isn't anything else we need out of this one. Yeah, I think that was it. All right, now let's get over here. Precognition is here, CC, with psychic ability and future vision, along with angelic assistance, divine guidance, and loving support. So you know what that's all about. You saw the way them cards shot out, though? Precognition and angelic assistance. Psychic ability, future vision, divine guidance, and loving support, along with balance, stability, standing firm, and sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, and prayer. This may have something to do with what you were talking about, fixing your whatever you were getting ready to do for your ancestors with your altar, maybe. That they're seeing that and are acknowledging it. And that precognition, I really think, I mean, you got some psychic abilities, but I think you're getting ready to see some kind of an upgrade or evolution in your gifts, as it were. What's here at the bottom of the deck? Sacred action, decisive focus is here. Divine Mother is at the top of the deck with nurturing, compassion, and grace. But let me see what's here with the shaman. Oh, okay, Metox is here, repairing the body, mind, and spirit. Stranger is here with curiosity. You said strange, and then the card stranger came out, indicating some curiosity about something going on. The farther gate is here, a bold step forward, and sky dancers surrender. Power of community is here too, along with this unmarked trail revelation at the top of the deck. And then gathering around the power of community is at the bottom of the deck. So maybe that power of community is about some what we talked about beginning to call in your soul tribe in more of a supportive role to, or you go basically when these upgrades coming in, finding a way to actually use and be okay with monetizing your spiritual gifts. That's what I'm getting out of that. And I could be wrong, and if something else comes to your mind and resonates differently, take it however it resonates. But that was a thought that came to mind when I'm looking at this, especially with that bold step forward. Yansa came right on out with her little spitfire self. She's a little warrior. And Oba, the other one. Wow. Free spirit. She's more free spirited than Oba, but still, you got two powerful females right here championing your cause. The moon is here, and it actually came out in reverse though. So again, my card in my deck isn't set for reversals, but and the sun is here at the bottom. Ooh, you asked for one more, but way more than one more came out. You got an 8-8 message here, the 8 of water with the 8 of fire. Well, I mean, we know you walking away from stuff, but you also know some things are coming in for you. And then Oshun is here. Haha, I see him poking up right here, so you know I got to take him, right? What's in between here and there? Haha. Between there and when I saw it sticking up out the deck, we got the message from air, the 4 of earth, the 3 of earth, Eshu, and Elegua together with the 2 of air right behind. Interesting. So what's at the top? The 3 of air is here at the top, so that's movement forward. And then the 8 of earth or 8 of pentacles. Yup. Interesting. Now I wanna let's see which goddesses might have a word for you today. Ooh, celestial alignment and liberation are at the bottom of the deck. This is one of my favorite cards because of the color, but I still love that. And radical rebirth is here. Let me see if anything else wants to come out this deck. Oh yeah, it's set is here again. Surrender is another one. So surrender then came out in 2 different decks for you. Surrender what? And resistance is at the you still have some kind of a point of resistance. Which I mean, we struggle with resistance back and forth all the time, and this might be why, because Queen of Santawa is here. Level up. You may be you still, even though you say you're willing and you're waiting and you all the rest of that stuff, there's still some kind of resistance towards your leveling up. It don't matter because you can't stop it anyway. It's gonna happen anywho. Got a 22 and a 44 card that came out right beside it. Alchemy, my dear. Alchemy. Yeah, it's happening. Like I said, you can't stop this train whether you want to or not. It ain't happening. Sorry. Not sorry. But that is your message. I'm going to lay these out just in case we have to put them to work again later. But there we go. All right. That was Miss Cece's message. And now, Brittany, you still here? Siva Kumar, if you're still here, don't go nowhere because after Brittany, you'll be next. Oh, yeah, General. My bad. You said that, and my forgetful self just went there. Oh, there they go. There we go. Wow, this is the deck I want today. And this one. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Miss Cece, for sure. Haha. At the bottom of the deck, Brittany, we got Healer and Lucky and Power. Ooh, along with Shift. What's at the top of this deck? Talisman, Protection, and Full Moon. Ooh. Wow. That's kind of powerful. I wasn't looking for that many, but you know what? I'm ever obedient. I'm going to take them because that's what was here. You see, you like when the cards peek out, right? That's when I know they really, really want to come along with. When now, especially if I'm like tapping them against the deck and something's just sticking up, kind of like this, endless possibilities, right? Close encounters, great and full. Girl, I think you about to have some kind of a serious or spiritual experience, epiphany, something. Your gratitude. I mean, I know you work on that, but yeah, it's I think something is gonna come. Look at here, the royal you, all that purple. Yeah, I think you getting ready to have something happen. And as I'm saying that, I'm thinking between now and solstice, you've been really been feeling called to your guides lately. I think between now and winter solstice, you're going to have some kind of a spiritual experience that's going to really bring some things to the forefront for you in a very, very powerful way. Let me see what's over here. And again, that's just my feeling on it, but I don't know. It just I don't learn to pay attention to the things that roam through my head. Look, long life is here, blessed with a good long life, a long life journey of learning, being happy and healthy at an old age. Yay, good. You like me, I want to be around to be a problem to my kids later on. You say you've also been feeling called to study Yeshua. Maybe that's why I was being, like I said, I honestly had not, somebody had mentioned not having very much Bible knowledge because they weren't raised in a very religious household. But tonight, when we had that conversation in the WhatsApp group, was the first time that I had really even thought about going all the way back to Genesis and walking it all the way through. Because it's been a while since we've done, I haven't done a cover to cover run through in a long time. And again, I'm not going to try to read every single verse, but if I read the chapter and kind of get some highlights, talking points, we can move forward that way. But why not? Like you say, Yeshua is speaking powerfully to and through a lot of us because we're the ones that are being called upon to pick his mantle up where he left it off. They unalive him for speaking the things that he was speaking, but they can't get us all, and it's time for us to speak, you know? Yeah, exactly. Breakthroughs are here, having mystical and satori experiences. Wow. Allowing your magic to create in life, true self begins to emerge. Ooh, and spirituality popped up out the deck, becoming more spiritually aware, more spiritually focused, choosing a spiritual path. Wow. Mm, mm, mm. Spirit is so funny to me. I mean, it ain't funny. It give me goosebumps, but I love it. I just love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Let me see what what the Priestess of Light got to say over here. Sacred gratitude, reverent appreciation, and prayer came out for you too. All right. Along with circle of eternal joy, timelessness, and the dance of life. Yay. And sacred action, decisive focus. Wow. These cards kind of talky tonight. I love it though, but they ain't playing. They ain't playing. Ooh, at the split, in the hand is here. The universe is your partner. Let's see what else comes out. The crossing came out again for you. Initiation. I'm trying. Look, all these cards that could have popped out this deck. Ooh, and Fortune's Wheel, luck and right timing with the crossing and initiation. Loving it. Anything else in this deck, Spirit? Horned Cactus is here with resourcefulness. And Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. Yeah, it ain't a whole lot you got to do. You are mentally doing this thing. It's not a lot of pushing into place you got to do. It's, like I said, with the resourcefulness and the timing situation, it's going to be a lot easier than you thought. And the farther gate is here at the top of this deck with the bold step forward also. So you and Cece kind of paddling up the same river with a paddle. Let's see what we get out the tarot. Ooh. Ending the cycle, 10 of Wands at the split, 6 of Pentacles. I love it. I know that's right, Brittany. And the Fool was at the split with that spiritual journey situation. 8 of Pentacles, you've been doing the work. Ooh, what was all of that about? We got the 8 of Wands, so whatever's happening is going to be happening sooner than you know. 7 of Wands here. You rising above. And the World. Ooh, what's this? Yeah, they didn't really come out, so let me see. 7 of Wands, 8 of Wands, and the World. With the Star. Get out of here, girl. The World and the Star side by side. I'm loving it. Ooh. 10 of Pentacles. Look. The Moon is here with the Page of Wands, these new ideas, the Queen of Swords, getting your decision on, and the Tower release. Goodness. Oh, this 7 of Wands energy came right back. It's here in the split anyway. That stand your ground. They might challenge you though. It's all good. You know what to do. Solar plexus chakra is here. You're going to be manifesting something because that's kind of sort of where we manifest from. Rest and rejuvenate is here. Choose wisely. Lots of choices coming your way. That's 7 of Cups energy. But you're going to choose wisely. Heartache and loss. I'm trying to figure out that part because you don't have a whole lot of heartache and loss. You you have in the past, but you made peace with it. So I'm trying to figure out what that's all about. What is that about, Spirit? Can we get some clarifying on that? The universe. Oh, okay. Heartache and loss is acknowledging past pain, but when I ask for clarification, the universe it's basically, I think that's just like I said, doing the shadow work, acknowledging what it took to get you to this point. But it's literally like graduation day, closing the cycle, because the universe is here. And we got strength energy here, as well as hermit energy and temperance with passion ignited, ace of wands, yup, and the sun. Recognition and reward, I'm liking that too. And triumph. Chariot energy then came out for all three of y'all. I love that. And the fool. The fool popped this. I saw the fool in the split on one of these shuffles in this other deck, but it's here at the top of this deck. That ain't yours. All right, all right. Now let me see. See. I want to look at this one, I think. Oh no. That's what we already pulled that deck. Oh, I know what I was gonna do. I wanted to look at the. Where is that book? Bear with me a minute, okay? Oh, okay, here we go. Duh. All right. Honestly, though, I don't even know. I think we're good on that for real. I don't even think we need to read. They were pretty self-explanatory with the endless possibilities, great and full, close encounters in the royal you. Yeah, I think we're complete here. I think that's it. Because there ain't really much else I can add to that. This reading is pretty amazing. So that's your word, lady. Enjoy. Again, I don't know when all this stuff gonna start rolling in, but it's gonna be I'm gonna be hearing so many, oh my God, Teresa, oh my God. And I'm here for every bit of it. I can't wait till the messages start coming in. For real. Love it, love it. Oh, you're welcome, my love. You know, it's my pleasure. Like I say, I love that kind of. Oh, I know this is what I really want to do, just to see what pops out of here for you. And then next up, Siva Kumar, are you here? Siva Kumar. Oh God. Why evil family members came out of here, Brittany? Is this somebody in the background? You ain't said nothing about, and I get it. You may not even be paying no attention to them. It may be somebody that kind of you done already long since walked away. You ain't thinking about them, but they might be thinking about you. Lemurian blood is here. Light worker is here. Goddess energy is here. They will regret messing with a chosen one, though. So if you do have evil family members, okay, good. Good, good, good. Third eye is awakening. Maybe it just fell out with Lemurian blood. I have no idea. Ooh, abundance is here. I'm gonna take that too, though. I love it. And be on the lookout for your dream messages, though. I don't know if that. I saw something today on and that's the end of your reading. So I'm still looking for Siva Kumar. If Siva Kumar isn't here, then Natalie, you're up next. Um, I saw an artist that was doing a study in light and shadow and stuff, and they did a painting entirely in white paint. And it reminded me of when I was a child. I used to dream, I had a series of recurring dreams. The dreams were not the same, but the thing that was you said unless your ex, he had to pay more on child support, so he might be salty. That might be where, yeah. But again, he better not try to do nothing about it because the card that came out with it on the other side of that was don't mess with a chosen one or yeah. Cool. Yeah, do pay attention. But yeah, I was tripping though because when I was a kid, I used to dream for a while. I don't probably only had 5 or 6 of them, but I dreamed in solid colors. Everything in the dream was a study of light and shadow. I could still see in the dream, but like it would be like I'd be in a room and everything was fine, and then I go outside and everything was royal blue, or everything would be lime green, or everything was electric yellow, all of that good stuff. So you say you're here. What is your greatest obstacle right now? Okay, let me get these put away and we're gonna take a look and see. And how can you overcome it? Oh no. Oh, duh. Okay. Trying to get some of these off the table and out the way so we can take a look see. Let's see what we got over here, shall we? Um, Natalie's greatest obstacle right now, and how can she overcome it? I'm glad to know he won't try to do nothing, Brittany. But sometimes it's that energy stuff. So, like I said, just be mindful, pay attention to it, do a little extra cleansing or whatever, so that you protect yourself. And yeah, he, like I said, he'll be all right. All right, what's going on with Natalie here? Law of attraction. If you feel strongly about something, the universe will give you more of that. That's a really, really sticky point when it comes down to manifestation because a lot of folks can't figure out why their stuff ain't happening. And the secret gave us a part of the answer, but the universe hears things a little differently. Like I was talking about when I wanted to learn how to manifest from nothing. Well, the universe heard from nothing and sent me a tower moment that stripped everything I had literally from me. Everything. You say you want to learn how to manifest from nothing, here you go. That sort of thing. So that may be something to be aware of is how you're thinking about things. You may have to reframe your thoughts in a way because sometimes we think we're being positive and upbeat and we're actually leaning into resistance in ways that we don't understand. The quantum field, the invisible field of information that exists beyond this time and space, is here. Drastic changes. You may be going through a dark night of the soul. Okay, so maybe you have to look at some things that are a little bit less than positive, but how you frame it up might. You said, what is your biggest obstacle right now? It may be how you're seeing things. I don't want to say how you're choosing to see things, how you're able to see things right now. You might have to rethink what it is you're doing, something about the influences in your life. It may have something to do with what you're choosing to allow into your eyes and ears. You say your past, you 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 am for the past few days, were a couple days were heavy. Yeah. But it's about basically, and I mean, I feel that because I had to go back through several layers of Dark Night, and I actually got to a point where it's not enough to just forgive the past and then I used to say I bless my mess, but I actually was taken back through another layer, not just to bless my mess in the abstract, but kind of picking apart the scenario to see how spirit, even though it was a very uncomfortable scenario with people that were actually karmic players or whatever, how that scenario was still preferable to many of the other options that could have happened around me. So I could actually still see the hand of the divine in extracting me from the matrix by degrees. Yeah, I was with a deadbeat who didn't do right by his kid, all of that good stuff. However, when I look at some of the other options that I had around me at the time, if I hadn't have been with him, I would have been with that one over here. I could have been with that one over there, whatever. And when I really went back through it in my mind, it would have been so much worse for me than what it actually was. So truthfully, or even like I think I mentioned one time before on the even this my living situation now. This I'm living with a friend that most people don't even understand our friendship, but we've been friends over 20 years, and whether we're on the same page spiritually or not, spirit let me know he was spiritual enough to allow himself to be lined up or moved into place by spirit to be part of your extraction team. So what he got going on spiritually ain't your business. That level of spiritual work gives you a whole different kind of appreciation for all of your life events, even and especially the very painful ones. Again, that's not to take away anything from the people that did you wrong. It's not justifying why they did it. You ain't gonna never thank nobody for robbing you or doing God only knows worse to you or whatever, but you can kind of sort of let go of the angst of it because you kind of sort of see that, okay, well, that happened, but what did I learn out of it? It taught me resilience. It made me stronger. Allowed me to have empathy for people that have been victimized in those ways. So as I move forward into teaching or healing or whatever, now I can honestly address that in the world from a more empathetic stance because I've been there, done that sort of thing. So it's just another layer of how to look at things. Obligation is here. Stop telling yourself you should when you cater to others or to unnecessary expectations of yourself. You stop your flow of abundance. That might be another thing that you need to look out for that's kind of holding you up a little bit right now as you go through this dark night. You're being asked to protect yourself and your energy. It's okay to want to give to others, which you do effortlessly. It's important, though, that you set healthy boundaries with your energy before doing so. Now is the time to get some protection in place, especially since I know you said something the other day, and I'm not arguing or doubting it or whatever. You said that your guides have told you to open yourself to everything. That is a very, very slippery slope because it leaves you battling negativity all the time. So you got to be very, very careful, and you got to do a lot more protection because if you like I say, if you open yourself to certain things, they'll come out and play with you. So just be mindful of that. Let me see if there's anything else that want to come out of this thing. Listen, you're being asked to listen to your inner voice. It's been guiding you to do something or say something, and it's time to act on its wisdom. So, and sometimes we just have to stop and be honest with ourselves. We back ourselves into corners. Well, I said I'm gonna do the da 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 da, and we may have said we was gonna do the da 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 da, but it's okay if the program changes midstream because sometimes we get further information or things change, the trajectory changes, all of those things. And when that happens, it's okay if it changes midstream. We get further insight, a clearer understanding from what our guides was actually trying to show us or tell us. There's that too sometimes. So just be mindful. Hey, Indigo Anderson, Morgan Maker, welcome and welcome back. Inner child healing is here. Wounding, coping mechanisms, learned behaviors, and self discovery. Yep. Control, sabotage, conflicts, mood swings, trust issues, manipulation, and patterns. Like I say, this is that other line. Like I said, Dark Night of the Soul 4.0, 7.2, whatever you happen to be going through. Stability and flow here, though, trying to balance, juggling uncertainty, stressful choices, and chaos. And then kisses and love. These two came out together. So, is there some kind of a relationship imbalance or something that you're looking for within a relationship or something to be aware of? What doesn't, what you don't see coming? No, it's working itself out because the world is here. A new cycle, karmic completion, travel, fulfillment, success after the quest. So it's coming. What are you talking about? You've been thinking of going live, but you're resistant. Yeah, and it's a process. You'll work your way through it. I mean, you do need to get your energy right and make sure because you know they're gonna come for you and all those sorts of things. Just don't take too long, because the longer you stress over it, and yeah, the longer you stay away, the harder it is to get started. And that's for me too. When I've been away too long, kind of glad y'all made me get up and get going tonight, for real. So yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, I appreciate it. I understand. Yeah. I'm having a hard time doing that stuff and reading yours though, and these messages don't get saved for me, Antoine. So okay, I like that message though. Thank you. I appreciate you. Cool, cool, cool. I'm sorry. Let me get back to work. My bad. Sorry. I had to take care of this one a little bit though. Uh, Natalie, let me get bit. Oh, this yeah, I did want to pull the Priestess of Light, Natalie, and see what we got going on over her. Uh-oh. Don't delete that, Antoine. I'm gonna read it aloud so I can go back and listen to the reading later. I just want to finish her spread first because my nosiness is that's not fair to her in the middle of her reading. So you've been drifting from serenity. It's important reminder to accept what you cannot change. Yeah. Duality is here for you as well. Many meanings and misunderstanding came out of this deck, along with clarity, planning, releasing illusion. Setting boundaries is here at the bottom of the deck. Threshold protection and honor. Wings of light is here. Becoming something new. Soul radiance, phoenix rising. So yeah, you being called to allow some kind of a metamorphosis, which may involve changing your mindset or thinking around some things, especially with this duality, misunderstanding and clarity, planning and releasing illusion. But I mean, you're gonna get the clarity because you're being mindful and paying attention to it. Yeah, new creations, innovation is here. Let's see what we got over here. The Garden of Venus, rest and renewal with horned cactus. Resourcefulness came out for you too. Hollow bone, teachability. Yeah. It's something that is new going to be coming into your life, some new information, a new way of seeing things, some kind of a shift in your perspective, maybe a new guide or teacher, or I don't know, but something. So this idea of being resilient and being able to release something so that you can learn something else. And then Farther Gate is here with this bold step forward. Let's see here. Ooh, that was a lot, but okay. Okay, we got willing release. Wow. And then healing the heart. And with those came the storyteller, quieting the mind, and it is what it is. Now I want to take a look at these for a moment because that was the way those kind of exploded out there. I think it's important. Or maybe there's some kind of a message in here for you. You say you've been sick the past couple of days for the first time this year. You're resting and practicing self-care. Good. I mean, not good that you're sick, but it's good that you're resting and practicing self-care for sure. Willing release, the key concepts are yielding to a divine plan, releasing attachment to form, especially if something isn't what you expected or wanted, leaving room for serendipity. Some days you have to let go of your struggle to find an answer and focus on other things for a while. This doesn't mean giving up altogether or losing anything. Remember that in our co creative partnership with the divine, give and take is necessary. You do your part by setting your intentions and taking any necessary actions, but you must then surrender the form, the timing, and the how to your higher power. There is a divine plan for each of us. When acting on this faith, you may find that your intense desire for something translates into a feeling of attachment and entitlement. Right now, you can immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf. Or can you immerse yourself in this experience and allow the divine plan to unfold as it will on your behalf without interference? Can you be open to receiving what is yours, even if it is not packaged in the form you thought you wanted? Perhaps if you look deeper, you will see that you've received the perfect vibrational match to your most authentic wants and needs. You have put in the work, defined your desires, and felt them deeply, and engaged your higher power. Now you must let go and see what transpires. This isn't always easy, and patience erodes the foundations of your trust in the divine. Surely, surrendering truly will serve your highest good. Knowing this truth in your heart can that really be so difficult. And then we got healing the heart here. This is about healing, making amends, the willingness to release past pain, being responsible and accountable, taking time to get healthy renewal and rebirth after suffering. When you are wounded emotionally, you need time to regroup and find your center. You may have recently endured a breakup or betrayal, lost someone close to you, or lost an affiliation that you gave too much power to. Perhaps you're watching someone go through a difficult time and feel bad that you can't help them. Maybe you're still not over a past disagreement. No matter the cause of this heartache, deep healing is called for. This happens on its own timetable and can never be rushed. The path to healing the heart centers on reciprocity, the flow of giving and receiving. Sometimes wounding occurs because we've become too dependent on another, and this is accompanied by the desire to manipulate or control an outcome. Both wounding and healing usually begin within, not from the outer conditions of our lives. We often believe we can be wounded only by others, but we do more damage to ourselves in the self sabotaging way we think and behave. It is important to take steps to heal yourself and become willing to release the pain of the past, which can be tempting to revisit. It's time to take responsibility for your part in this healing journey. Look for ways you can help yourself and others. Are you willing to make amends if needed, or conversely, accept someone as they, where they are without trying to influence their growth process? Healing the heart in all aspects is your priority now. Nothing else matters. Only beauty and goodness will come as the result. Okay. And then we had, I want to see about this. Well, the storyteller is pretty obvious, and quieting the mind is pretty obvious, but I do want to see what this, it is what it is. The key concepts are radical acceptance, engaging life on life's terms, observing circumstances and taking them at face value, recognizing and releasing resistance and denial. What happens when you look at the world? Can you see it exactly as it is, or only as you assume it to be? A door closing isn't an invitation to take a battering ram to it. What if there were another door to lead you to your destiny? If you can release your attachments to getting what you want, you'll be surprised by how much energy you have for more important things. Liberated from the burden of yearning, you'll have access to what is best for all. Can you try now to accept things as they are and shift your focus and attention until that other door opens up for you? Radically accept life on life's terms. When you stop fighting against it and start fighting and instead fight for what you truly desire, more of the world becomes available to you. When you're no longer in denial about what is in front of you, you will be empowered to make necessary changes with respect to yourself, your attitude, and your choices. The irony is that real transformation can happen once you surrender to the idea that things are exactly as they're meant to be. If you step back with clarity and acceptance, you'll realize that life is offering you something magical. Even if circumstances send you on a temporary detour, you will discover treasure beyond your imagination and a new way to embrace the world. Keep this prayer in mind. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You say you're about to make your list of beings you need to make amends to. There's some fear, but you know it's an illusion designed to hold you back. Um, and also consider sometimes amends do not necessarily have to be made in the physical. Now, you may have some folks that you actually owe an outright verbal in your face apology to. And if that's the case, then I can't tell you that you don't, because that's something, but do be aware that sometimes that's just us being extra. Sometimes some of those people and situations are so far in our rearview mirror that that's just our guilty conscience that's feeling that way. We can make those amends sometimes spiritually and don't have to open those doors again. We can let it go and go on about our business. Number one. Number two, as I was reading those things, the thought was coming to my mind: for the level of spirituality I think you're seeking, and for the things that I think you want to walk, you may not be able to continue to keep both feet in both lanes, so to speak. Your guides may have told you to accept everything at some point, but I think you're going to reach a point where you're going to find out you aren't, like Yeshua said, you cannot serve two masters. I think you're going to find that there's going to come a point where you're going to have to let go of some of that dark stuff if you're going to get where you want to be with the light. Because the timelines are diverging, you're not going to be able to stay in both of those worlds because the dark is getting darker and more agitated. And if you keep dealing with that, it's going to keep you away from the light to the level or the degree that you want it to. Again, I'm not trying to argue against your guys. I'm just telling you what's coming to mind, and you can meditate on it, pray on it, and do what you feel. But I really feel like part of the resistance cycle is because, like Yeshua said, you cannot slave for two masters. You just can't. And especially with where Light workers are being called to awaken and allowing themselves to receive the downloads, the upgrades, where we're stepping into and moving towards. We kind of sort of could do that before because we was roaming around in the valley of the death looking to help everybody else and all of that. But there comes a time where we got to stop trying to save them people that don't want to be saved because they're dabbling. They know what they're doing, dabbling in the dark. They really do. They're there because they want to be there. But if you really, really want the level of ascension and manifestation and all of those things to be a light worker, so at some point you got to call some limitations to your dark work. You just have to. Okay, yeah. And I mean, yeah, you do have compassion. I don't, and again, I'm not so terrified of the dark that I just walk around doing this to people and judging people because that's not a light worker either. That's somebody that's stuck in their own limitations and judgment. But as long as you understand that, that's cool. Like I said, I did my part. I didn't want to. I'm not trying to tell you what to do. It came to mind during that reading, so I just had to speak on it. So I'm done with that part. All right, all right. That part, let me see. We didn't pull any tarot here. I don't even know if we really, really need to, but you know what? I'm gonna pull a few cards just to see because we got all these other things out the way. Let's see here. I want to pull these ones. See what we got going on. Cool, cool, cool. You said it meaning is more is compassion, not letting it control you. You've chosen the light. Awesome. Ooh, the star came out for you first. That's awesome. The star, the six of swords, so it is going to get better. The queen of cups and the moon. Wow. I shouldn't say wow because I'm not really surprised. But, the hermit is here. Yep. King of cups and the magician split off the top of this deck. And the queen of swords. Ooh, page of cups is here too. So some kind of new ideas, something coming down the pike. Maybe on the other side of this dark night of the soul, there's going to be some kind of new ideas, innovations, relationships, something. But in star and magician energy with this hermit mode, yeah, it's gonna be good. Queen of Pentacles and came out too. So the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles, and they're lined up right one on top of the other. That's pretty good though. That look a little like Empress energy to me, or High Priestess type energy. Well, with the magician in there. Wow. 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 Okay. Ace of Pentacles and the Lovers is here. You had the Four of Cups and the Eight of Swords. So this introspection, feeling a little bit stuck and all that, but it definitely ain't gonna last because you got the Ace of Pentacles here and the Lovers. And of course, the Lovers does not have to be a romantic relationship, but it's some kind of a cooperative partnership. And I'm seeing that because we had the Magician here, the King of Cups at the bottom of the deck. We got the King of Pentacles at the top of the deck. The Chariot, wow, the Chariot is on fire today. And Justice is here. Wow. Knight of Pentacles and the Emperor. So it's slow moving, but it's moving. And yep, there's that shadow work, Six of Cups. But it is going to resolve itself. It's ending up here with this Two of Cups energy, and the Lovers was at the bottom of the deck. So yeah, and and Temperance again. So yeah, persevere. Like I said, dark nights ain't really fun, but truthfully, after a while, they don't even be all that dark. It's just a matter of having to do, like I said, do the introspective work and understand that Spirit is working on something for you and working with you, shifting your thinking and shifting your energy around something in your past. And it may be something to go all the way back to childhood. You just never know. Just pay attention to the thoughts that come to your mind or the scenes that come to your mind in meditation. And yeah, it's working itself. The puzzle is being worked. All right. All right. Oh, let me get. I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna read this aloud that he had for me because I want to make sure that I. Card one, the streamer's throne. You're not performing, you're presiding. Your live stream is a temple. Every word you speak is a ritual bell. You don't borrow power, you broadcast it. You are the throne, you are the altar. Card two, the seal of new in you. Your silence is sacred. You choose what enters your temple. You are not here to explain, you are here to protect. Let the algorithms tremble. Your boundaries are blessed. Card three, the mirror of Ea. You reflect what others fear to name. You stream truth, not trend. You are the mirror that doesn't flatter. You reveal, and in that revelation, you restore. Monday message for Teresa: you are not channeling someone else's master. You are the master of your own stream. Your voice is encoded with ancestral rhythm, not borrowed myth. Keep broadcasting, keep protecting. The cosmos tunes in because you are the signal. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Antoine. What deck is that, Antoine? Because I haven't seen those before. Hey, Miss Tegan, welcome, welcome, welcome. Siva Kumar, are you here? Niana, are you here? Oh, I just saw you, Niana. My bad. Niana, do you mind if I pull a couple of cards for Tegan before we go? Because it is getting a little bit late. I don't want to keep her up too late. But since she popped in here, I'd like to pull a couple cards for her if you don't mind. Is that okay with everybody? Let's see. I want to pull a fairy card for you, Miss Tegan, and see what we can get out of there. And then maybe uh I don't forget what this is. A Beyond Lemuria and a Lemurian Star Child. You're in the queue, Niana. You would be next, but I just want to pull a few cards for Tegan since she's here. And she is a school age young lady, so I don't want to keep her up waiting all the way through the line. So if it's okay with y'all, I'm just going to pull a little bit. Your silence is sacred, the mirror of the eye you reflect. Pain, you said the womb keeper's flame. Pain is a portal, not punishment. The temple of return. Healing is spiral, not straight line. But I'm saying what? Oh, the Anunnaki deck. Oh, what? Because I need an Anunnaki tarot deck. I didn't make it though. You said what did is that something that AI came up with, helped you with, or just something you downloaded? I've been talking about possibly making one, but yeah. The streamer's throne, you preside, not perform, the seal of new. Your silence is sacred, the mirror of Ea, you reflect, you reveal, you restore. The wound keeper's flame, pain is portal, not punishment, the temple of return, healing is spiral. Okay, cool. All right. All right, Miss Tegan, let's see where we at. Grab you one or two of each of these and see where we go. Can we get a message for Tegan today, Spirit? You're not for everyone. Embrace your weirdness. Face your true north. That was in the split taken. I like that. I think this is the card though. Called Soul Gifts and Training. It's time to step up. Um, Empathic starseed, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. That part. And jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Like I say, along with that, embrace your weird, because hey, that card fits me too. For sure, for sure. Let me see where else we going here. Ooh, solar plexus chakra, radiant illumination. Trust your innocence and stepping through. Interesting. And then, let's see, those three. The world, wow. And the four of earth guardians here with the desert. Oh, it's three of them. The sage of portals, the great central sun, and the four of earth guardians. We're going to take a look at that and see how that reflects for you. With the magician at the bottom of the deck, and the sixth of earth guardians at the top. I like that. Blu-ray being, divine expression, being a bridge between dimensions, along with the tree of life, the circle of life, clear energies, channel. So you might become a channel later on. You never know. You never know. Ooh, arise, know and flow as the love you are, bliss. I like that too. That's essences and energies attuned to subtle energies, balance, frequency holders, and it's showing like the energy of like the dolphins and whales. I think that's pretty cool as well. And then last but not least, I was going to pull a couple of fairy cards for you, and then we're going to get into the book on a couple of these. Let me see. I'm telling you, y'all better, like I say, don't be counting these chillins out because they be on it. We don't even know who be in our midst energetically sometimes. But the maiden is here. And it'll be the retriever. I don't think. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's the topsy turvets. Ooh, with the singer of transfiguration at the bottom of the deck. I think those are the ones we're gonna take a look at for today. So let me see. Called empathic starseed and jump in. And then here we go. We got the solar plexus chakra is here for Personal power, independence, self discipline, confidence, assertiveness, decision making, belief, intellectual abilities, expression of will, bringing ideas into reality. The solar plexus chakra is the radiant center of our being. It holds the vibrant spark that brings our passions to life. Enter this space to step away from playing small, unworthiness, the idea that you are taking up space, and insecurity based competitiveness. Allow yourself to be attuned to the abundant life force that resides within this center and be energized, motivated, fueled with inspiration, enthused, and clear-minded so you can bring forth more of yourself and what you wish to birth in the world. As you discover a deep and real sense of self-empowerment, you can more confidently lift others in celebration, harmonizing differences and shifting hierarchical paradigms into collective co-creation. Remember that you are a powerful being who can connect with potent life force energy as and when you need it. Be aware that what fuels your fire. Be aware of what fuels your fire and consider circumstances where you had your power away. Imagine all the fragments of your energy that you have given away at some point and bring them all back to the center of your being. And then we have stepping through 47. Follow your heart, dream big, stepping through something that has been holding you back. The threshold is talking about starting new projects, self belief. It is all possible. The road less traveled, and trust. So that's pretty cool too. Manifesting your dreams. And then 54. Trust your innocence, truth, trusting yourself, being real with people, knowing the difference between intuition and paranoia, uncensored feelings, and returning to innocence. It can be hard to decipher between intuition and what our mind is telling us. Stories, projections, expectations, or fear can arise under the guise of intuition. To distinguish truthful inner guidance from paranoia, we must return to innocence, to our purest essence. Here we have the access to truth of our being. Yep. It says, what were the very first feelings or visions you had when you considered the question at hand before you second guessed yourself? How does it feel in your body when you're brutally honest with yourself? Try to go beyond the layers of what you've been taught to believe about yourself. When some of the logic falls away, what answers remain? And like basically, don't ever let go of that childhood, like, especially as a child, when something feels right and when it doesn't. Your gut feeling really serves you well. Most of the time that gets kind of programmed out of us as we get older. Fortunately, because you got the mom that you got, I think you'll be able to hold on to it a lot longer. But I think Spirit is saying, yeah, it's going to serve you well. Hold on to it. And then, of course, I want to see what this four of the world is, what it is. That's, kind of completion and all the goodies, all the things. But we got the Sage of Portal here with the Great Central Sun, but this Four of Earth Guardians. Hold on, or let me see. I was looking for the portals. There it is. Okay, the Initiate is the Page. The Paladin is the Knight. The Sage would be the Queen. And then the Priestess is the King. Okay. So this is like the Queen of Cups energy. Connect to the source of all existence. Let it inspire you to lead with a balance of empathy and action, heart and mind. This card encourages the balance of heart and mind, the ability to be empathic and energetically sovereign when helping others. It also recommends making smart, logical decisions with a clear head while staying aligned with your true feelings and intuition. And then we got the Four of Earth Guardians. What would you do with your time if money was of no concern? Tune into your heart's calling, recognize the abundance around you, and trust that you are well supported. And I mean, you're a child, so you don't really have to worry that much about the idea of wealth from a monetary standpoint. I think it's just telling you to be mindful of the ways that you are abundant, stay appreciative, kind of notice things in life. Because truthfully, a lot of Earth's abundance don't have nothing to do with money, but it does have to do with how we can see things and appreciate them. As the magician, though, you are finding balance and you will be leveling up. I love this card. It is so beautiful. And then the sixth of Earth Guardians is about when you do get to a point where you're old enough to worry about money, and well, I don't even think you're gonna have to worry about it. It's something that's going to spill out into that feeling of abundance, being your brother's keeper, finding like humanitarian work to do on the planet, like genuinely taking care of the earth and folks in it. And I mean, your mama's gonna help you with that too, because she's kind of in that same space of wanting to do those types of things. So yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Now let's see what the fairies are talking about. Here they go. We got the Singer of Transfiguration came out for you, and I mean that's kind of self-explanatory, but I just want to make sure I'm not missing something in the message that you need. Yeah, this is transformation, transcendence, and metamorphosis. In a reading, it says jackpot. This card in a reading signifies the joy of success after a time of struggle. A new way of life has been accepted and is being integrated. The sense of inner peace is growing. The struggle has been worth it. This is a time of consolidation and joy. It's both a reward for past achievements and a time of preparation for the next climb up the path. And in your case, again, not a whole lot of struggle as a child necessarily, but I mean, when you go through adolescence and all those sorts of things, there will be stuff to deal with. Like I said, that ain't even got nothing to do with money. That's just life and dealing with people around you. But it's gonna go a lot more smoothly than it does for some other folks on this planet that don't have the kind of parental support and the spiritual support and the level of consciousness that's constantly growing in you. I don't think you're completely wiped clean. Like a lot of folks come here with a great forgetting and they get off into all kinds of stuff. Your energy don't have that complete reset. Yeah, which is good. Very good. Because it puts you literally a couple of decades ahead of the curve, so to speak. So that's a good thing. 14 is here with the maiden. The maiden signifies new beginnings and growth. You couldn't ask for a more auspicious card than this if you're beginning something new. Spontaneity, joy, growth, exhilaration, and promise for the future are signified here. We must also note that in the early stages of any process, there is vulnerability and a need for protection, shelter, and guidance, but there's also a magical impetus toward burgeoning growth. Trust the process, but take care of the details as well. The maiden is also the inner child who needs to be under supervision of a competent inner adult in order for her to feel secure and loved. She is not happy when we spoil her. Consider what is growing in your life. Make a list of your hopes, dreams, and plans. Look for the growth within you and think about how you can cherish and nurture that. Bless the growth you see around you. And then Ilby the Retriever is your last card here. Ilby is trying to remind you of something you've lost, a hope perhaps, or a dream. You may have thought it gone forever, but he is holding it out to you for reconsideration. He thinks you can do something with it now. The way may not be obvious, but his clever nose has scented a path, a potential opening for bringing this into your life. Sometimes Ilby may be saying that a long awaited dream is at last arriving on the scene, and there's nothing we need to do but open our hearts and minds to it. However, we usually have to work for it. Another attribute of Ilby is loyalty. So maybe you got a loyal friend coming down the pike. Who knows? I'm not sure. But however it's going to be, that's still a pretty positive reading. So there you have it, Miss Tegan. That is your message for today. And let me get these situated and we will move on. Next up, we have Niana, if you're still here. Weston Campbell, if you're still with us, you'll be up next after Niana, unless Siva Kumar came back. But Niana, you're next. And then Environment Weston, Environment, Paul Snowcloud, if he's still here, Antoine, if he wanted cars pulled, and Joe Calisthenics. That Draper girl, it's 11 p.m. My list is closed. I'm so sorry. You'll have to catch me on the next time. You said, will your life ever be restored? Not as long as you keep that kind of attitude, though. You have to know it's going to be restored, my darling. I'm not trying to be negative, but life kind of goes how you believe it's going to go to a degree. Now, if you come on the next time I come live, I'll be more than happy to pull some cards for you. But I do want you to have a more positive attitude. You don't have to worry about will your life ever be restored. You need to, a better question is, what do I need to do, or how do I need to shift my energy and my thinking so that my life can be restored? Please understand it is absolutely, your life is going to be shifted one way or another. So you might as well understand that it can be restored. Come on now. Okay, Neon, I got you. Yes, ma'am. General, it will be. Bear with me a second while I get some of these cards off the table, and then we'll get rolling. Draper girl, I'd also encourage you to stick around. There may be a message here for you. Um, as well, even though I can't necessarily include you on the list and add you to the list for tonight, you still might get your message within the next few readings. So I would definitely encourage you to stick around. Ooh, Niana. The card that came up first, there was one behind it, but I'm only taking one. It was new home, new job. A new home, job, or lifestyle is on the horizon for you. That's kind of interesting. You're always amazed at how my guides speak to you through me. Awesome. Third wave of ascension is here. The third wave children are the hope of the world. For sure. Look, they keep pointing towards like 2036, 2037, and some folks look at it in a negative way. I'm trying to tell you, you're gonna see what them kids, what that's all about. It's not gonna be like the folks. It's nothing to be afraid of, for real. Connect with the divine. My mission is to keep the light in your eyes ablaze. Loving that. All right, all right. And let's see what we got over here. It be kind of freaking me out sometimes too, the way some of these readings be connecting. I get goosebumpy as well. But I mean, hey, it's what I asked for, and my guides in spirit gave it to me. So I love that. I just like the confirmations are encouraging for me as well. So yeah, I'm happy to do it. Oh, you gotta go? Okay. Environment, wait a second. I'm working on Niana right now. I didn't hear back from Weston, so truthfully, if you can hang around a few more minutes when I get done with Niana, you were actually gonna be next unless you really, really gotta go right this minute. I'm sorry. Hopefully next time I'll be able to get you in earlier. Just remind me or let me know since I weren't if I'm not able to get you tonight when I come back in, just let me know and I'll bump you up ahead of the list because I know you're on a way crazy time. You're on like a 15, 16, 17 hour time. Okay, cool. You can wait a little bit. All right. Niana, we got Earth Magic coming out here for you. So let's see what we got going on over here. And spirit of gratitude. I know that's right. You look, new job, new home, third wave of ascension. That's plenty to have a spirit of gratitude for. So the rose's kiss. Ooh. What? All right, all right, all right. As they say, I ain't mad though. Let me see what we got over here. Mastery came out for you too, Niana. Awesome. Mastering what you're being called to, conquering your life mission, discovering your true self. Hard work to unlock your potential. Things in life won't come easy. Learning the value of hard work. I think you kind of sort of already been there, but we're going to see. Ooh, path of the heart. A path dedicated to romantic love. Main life lessons will be heart based on earth to obtain emotional wisdom. Okay. Calling in that love, that divine counterpart, or some kind of a boost to what you got going on. We don't know. It's all good, whatever it be. Let me see what else is over here. Ooh, some kind of conflict and unrest is here. Hostilities. Maybe that's what you've been through in the past. Oh no. Precognition, psychic ability, and future vision is here, along with sacred action and decisive focus for you. That came out for CC too. So let's see. Now the hostilities and conflict part didn't come out, but again, you might have somebody in your background that's, kind of looking a little crazy as they know how to do sometimes. You know how that is. They be hating. Sometimes they hate you because they ain't you, that sort of thing. Or they see, honestly, I think sometimes they see where you're headed spiritually before you do and be hating you because of that. You don't even understand why anybody would be jealous, but they be jealous because they know they see the blessings you headed for. Turn over a new page. Let love lead the way for change came out for you. Ooh. Simple pleasures. Look at beauty that is all around you. That attitude of gratitude is going to serve you so, so well. It's going to bring in this change, this new page, this new leaf, so to speak. Let's get one more. Well, that was a whole lot. I don't know about that. Let me see. Move forward. Experience the grace of who you truly are. Live in the moment. What you're looking for is with you. Gift of freedom, break away from your attachments. Ooh, I like that. I like her little colorful robe too. I don't know why think about Joseph's Technicolor dream coat. Limitation is power. Lean into your limitations. And by doing so, you'll find that you're limitless. Silencing the mind. Let silence guide you to your inner peace. And I want to take here. You say you're always looking around, taking pictures. Cool. Are you a photographer or just looking to get into it? You never know. That might wind up being something. You never know. The child within, inner mother, innocence, gentleness, and tenderness. So some kind of taking care of some self-care, reflection, self-care, inner child work, inner teen work, you know the drill. The breathing rose, heart healing, emotions, connection, and time eases. Yeah. After the rain, silver lining, relief, hope, mercy. It's over. Acceptance. Yes. The grandmothers, remember your roots, perspective, and trust the weavings. So you actually have you got some looks like some feminine ancestors on your behalf, whether they're known to you or not. They could be through a previous bloodline even, but it does look like you got some kind of like I said, the grandmothers are on your side. So that's always a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at the tarot, and then we will have you on your way. You say you just happen to notice things and capture it. That might become something one day. You never know. Ooh, at the split, we got the World and the Two of Cups. Girl, I really still think you manufacturing a love situation back there. I don't know. I just really do. I know you ain't really studying about that, but I keep seeing it peeking around the corner. King of Swords. There you go. That might be you. Yeah. The Six of Wands and the Two of Pentacles is here. So some kind of success, victory, and balance. Let me grab these the way they flipped over and see what we got. The Empress, the Seven of Swords, and Judgment. I'm trying to take what I say. They hate you because they ain't you. Somebody in the background, but it's all good. They can't do nothing to touch this. You in Empress energy now, and Judgment. Like I say, Judgment Day for your enemies. They better leave you alone if they know what's good for them. I'm just saying. You do feel Big Mama energy around you, good, cause she there. Oh, helping to heal this heartbreak. Three of Swords popped on over. It's been there in the past, but I don't see that is anything upcoming. I think it's just acknowledging the past. Yep, Tower moment. That's already been taken care of, or if it hasn't, it will shortly, but it's not nothing you need to worry about. It's just clearing that phase out. Yep, Ten of Wands. That cycle is ending. And they're all literally kind of landing over here on each other, too. As I'm shuffling, what was this? Eight of Wands, movement, progress. It didn't land over there, so I'm putting it over here on this Empress and Judgment energy. We want to see some progress towards some goodies. Seven of Wands, rising above the fray. Seven of Swords, Seven of Wands was here, so that's cool. The Lovers, there it is, there it is. And the Four of Wands, the Lovers. The Lovers and the King of Wands is here with this Two of Pentacles and Six of Wands between him and the Empress. And then as I'm going, these cards kind of I was heading over this way with the spread, and the Four of Wands and Lovers came out together. This is like quite literally, like I said, the love card along with the marriage card. Interesting. Well, I mean, it ain't just love and marriage, you know. So but look, I'm just calling it like I see it. And at the top of the deck, the Ace of Cups. So in this instance, booyah, it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah. So sorry. You ain't got to accept it when he come knocking, but I see him out there somewhere. So we'll see. It ain't the first time we done seen him. Now, how long it's going to take him to catch up with you, I have no idea. But it is what it is. All right, Miss Niana. That was you. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. We ain't need a whole lot of whatever to sort that out because it's pretty clear cut, in my opinion, anywho. We good? Environment, what did you need to ask, my dear? Did you want a general or did you have a specific question in mind? You married? Okay. Well, again, I don't look. Maybe you and your spouse are gonna hit some kind of a new level up, renewal. I don't know. Maybe y'all are gonna start a new business venture or something, and it's going your ships are coming in on that regard. Yep. That's why I say the lover's card don't always mean a new lover coming in. It could be business venture or some kind of cooperative relationship with somebody, a partner, that sort of thing. And the four of wands, people call it the twin flame card or the marriage card, but it genuinely just means like your ideas are coming to fruition. The ace of wands is the idea from the divine, and people want to look at that as a bit of a phallic card too. But the two is like when you basically you cast it out there, there's movement towards it. Three is when you're looking for your ships to come in. Four is when they've actually come in. Yes sir, I got you. Environment, let's see where we going here. And oh, here we go. Get these up and off the table. All right, let's see where we going with this. Oh, you're welcome, Niana. You are so very welcome. Wow. Now you saw me shuffle that deck, environment, and new job, new home came out for you too. So a new job, home, or lifestyle is on the horizon for you. I mean, hey, don't burn your bridges though. It said, where did all my good friends go? Be careful with this card though, because sometimes our bridges need burning. You just have to be able to discern which ones. So I guess they're saying, you know what, truthfully, I think sometimes when some of our friends will back away anyway. Some of them, every now and then, some of them do double back and come back around. Most of the time, they don't, but some may. So just be mindful of that. You don't have to burn bridges. If they separate from you, that's one thing, but you don't have to go and deliberately burn bridges because some of them may actually level up spiritually or come back in your life. So you don't have to push everybody away. Most of them gonna leave on their own anyway when you're in the middle of some kind of a spiritual awakening or ascension. Trust. What was that? You are an important person. Do you feel like you're no one special and don't really matter? If you feel that way, cut it out because you are an important person. Well, I mean, I didn't need the card to tell you that, but you are. Let's see what else we got over here. Don't drop that card. I'm got a deck of cards about to fall. We got clarity and truth here, heightened intuition, seeing things. Fate and fortune here. Wheel of fortune, karma cycles, divine intervention, and divine detours. So something getting ready to shake up in your life in a very good way, it looks like. Venus is here with an offer, romance, love, beauty, creative arts, wealth, harmony, attraction. And again, this does not necessarily have to be a romantic offer. If you put it out there if you got a divine counterpart in your vortex, so to speak, it very well could be a divine counterpart. But if you're in a happy relationship or you're not open to that idea, it could just be something to do with this wheel of fortune and the wealth aspect of it, some kind of offer coming there. Ooh, now we had reflecting here with shadow work, soul searching, deep introspection, evaluation, some kind of a hermit energy, talking about going into the void, and then the world with a new cycle. This is karmic completion. It may involve some travel. This is fulfillment of wishes, all those kinds of goodies at the top of the deck. Beware of, oh, you in this introspection period. It says it's contemplation between two people or two paths to stay or to go, but be careful. Do not get caught in fear of the new. There's a little bit of south node comfort zone type of energy here as well. So don't cling to the old ways too hard, because this new cycle is trying to come in for you. Now let's see here. I want to check this one out as well. And then the Akashic, and we'll see what's going on. Joyful muse. So you are going to be receiving some kind of an inspiration from some kind of a person, place, situation, whatever, maybe getting out in nature. It could be in the form of an animal or a person coming your way, but some kind of inspiration is here. Lay of the land, ancestral wisdom is here. Stars in the sky, limitless possibility. So you might want to connect with your ancestors a little bit, kind of get in that meditative, contemplative state. Um, the crossing is here with initiation again. This card that came out a few times tonight. Several of y'all are in an initiation phase, kind of going through this transformation scenario, which I mean, kind of sort of know that, but yeah, the cards are confirming it. You say you're single? Okay. Well, on the other side of this period of reflection and shadow work and whatever's going on in the end, the closing of the cycle, you might not stay single. Just be aware of that. You might. I mean, don't be in no rush. It'll come when it comes. But it looks like you might not. North Star is here. Flip your inner light switch along with time for a quantum leap. Prepare for a makeover. Mm-hmm. And then at the bottom of the deck, it said, become the elixir, let your glow do the heavy lifting. So whatever the spiritual makeover is might literally call in a counterpart, excuse me. From fear to fuel, stand still and own your power. For sure. Let's see if we get an Akashic record message out of this. What did I do? Oh, that's interesting. This was still left. Oh, no, it flipped over. Okay. Ooh, what's this? Speak up. What are you saying that's eating you up inside? You can't keep this in forever. It's time to let it out so you can move on and be happy. You said you had a phone interview for a job, but you don't know if you really want it. Well, hopefully you'll get a chance to think on it, or your guys will let you know, or however it's supposed to go, it'll go. Patience is here. You're being asked to practice patience right now. It's not easy to do this, but you're strong, and there's a reason why things aren't aligning in the way you want them to in this moment. Have patience. It will eventually work out. So if you get the job, cool. If you don't, then yeah, then that's kind of spirit letting you know maybe the next one. Oh, says enabling. There's someone you're helping, or are you? In reality, you may be enabling them to continue in negative patterns and never take full responsibility for themselves. Step back and let things play out. So be mindful. Be very mindful of that. You're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. Listen to your intuition, eliminate everyone else's input, and feel your way into the choice that's right for you. The time is now. Okay. Let's take a look at the tarot, shall we, and see what's going on. Ooh, the Two of Swords. You do have to make a decision. This card, this keywords on this card are stuck in the middle, but usually the Two of Swords do indicate being at some kind of a decision point. You don't have to decide on something. So the World is here though, and Death. So some kind of a cycle is ending here. Mm-hmm. If you're not currently employed, maybe that cycle of unemployment is ending. Oh, it could be the cycle of loneliness though, because at the top of the deck we do have the Empress here. So the World is here with the Empress at the bottom. Oh, at the bottom of the deck is the King of Swords, and then the Six of Wands with Victory. So yeah, I'm not saying that you got to take this job, but some kind of way, something is getting ready to happen. Some kind of a transformation, a shift in the cycle, something. There's a fresh start indicated here too with the Fool card. And Temperance, some angelic direction, peace, balance. The Hierophant is here. Yeah. Which talks about joining together, or like I said, it could be some kind of a spiritual, either spiritual leveling up or positioning for you, or could indicate a spiritual union of sorts. Ace of Swords, there you go. That's the truth. And the Emperor is here right underneath the Empress. Wow. Okay. Again, it don't have to be a relationship, but and I think it's more than just that. I think you kind of in the, like I said, in the midst of the transformation, the spiritual level up always kind of comes first, but I believe that there is some kind of a relationship here. This is mostly about your leveling up though, because I'm seeing the King of Swords, the King of Wands, the Fool, the Hierophant, and the Emperor here. That is you, like literally coming into this spiritual authority. And the Two of Cups is at the bottom of the deck. So there is balance, unity within yourself first. And then, yeah, so many swords, communication, ideas, all of that good stuff. But then there is the emotions are here too. Two of Cups is here, Three of Cups, which is celebrations. Two of Pentacles, balance. So Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles. That's a 2-2 message right there. King of Swords, Ace of Swords, Two of Swords. That's not all that many swords. I just thought about it. Yeah, it's not that bad because you got the Two of Swords, the World, Death, the Empress, the King of Swords, the Queen, the Six of Wands, the Fool, Temperance, the Hierophant, the Ace of Swords, the Emperor, the King of Wands, the Two of Cups, and the Two of Pentacles. And truthfully, they're all good swords. It ain't like you got like the not well, except the Two of Swords. I mean, you might not consider that necessarily a good sword, but when you got 3 2s on the board, the fourth 2 that's missing is the wand. So there's some forward movement coming. That's the one that's speaking the loudest, because in its absence, it's actually speaking the loudest here because you got all the other 2s. So it's actually looking pretty good for you. It's actually looking pretty good. I want to grab a light worker card here and get a message for you before we bounce. You said you got a festival in 10 days. Awesome. What do you do at the festival? Wow. Wow. Paradigm shift is here, along with reassurance of the golden light. Oh, you dance? Awesome. Let me see what we got here. And you never know what might happen or the connections you might get or who you might meet at the festival. Any number of things could happen there. So that's pretty cool. I'm trying to think. Reassurance of the golden light came out before, but I'm going to read it again because it came out for you too. This golden light comes to you as a gift of grace and reassurance. It's an embrace from the universe, an expression of divine comfort, and a sign of hope. When the golden light appears, it is a sign that everything in your life, even the most troubling matters, is going to work out perfectly. They are held in the graceful hand of the divine and will be resolved more swiftly and beautifully than you might expect. And then paradigm shift. You are undergoing radical growth in your belief systems. Now is the time to challenge old attitudes and question previous expectations. You are in an extraordinary time. Great leaps forward can be made in a moment. The world you thought you knew can suddenly break open, and a new world can become your reality. Buddhists sometimes speak of the beginner's mind, that which assumes nothing and therefore is open to everything. A spiritual psychologist might call this the inner child, as it is innocent, curious, unfixed, and always learning. It doesn't get stuck on an answer or having to be one way. There is openness to the unknown with curiosity instead. Yeah. Well, like I said, it looks like something new getting ready to pop off for you. So congratulations. I'm looking forward to hearing good news from all of y'all. But yep, that is your message, dear one. You are so very welcome. My pleasure. All right. Next up, we have, let's see, we took care of Niana. We took care of environment. Weston Campbell, are you still here? Siva Kumar, are you here? Paul Snowcloud, did you want me to pull cards for you, dear, if you're here? Antoine, did you want me to pull cards for you if you're still here? Oh, you are still here. And Joe Calisthenics, are you still here? You are so very welcome, environment. Oh, good, Joe. I'm just trying to see if the others ahead of you wanted anything before we get to you. Weston, Siva, Paul Snowcloud, or Antoine? Are any of you? I know Antoine was still here a moment ago, but do you want cards pulled, or are you just here hanging out? No thanks. Okay. All right. That's a no from Antoine. Is Weston here or Paul Snowcloud? You just hanging out? Awesome. Appreciate you, Neon and Antoine. All right. Neither one of those responded. So, Joe, that it's on you and your question, please. What did I do with this other deck? Oh, here it is. What's coming for you in the next 2 weeks? Okay, let's see. Good night, Antoine. Yeah, I'm right behind you. Trust me, and I appreciate you. Thank you for all you do. Yeah, I'm out of here soon too. All right, Joe. Let's see what's going on, shall we? What's coming up for Joe in the next 2 weeks? Negotiation. Know when you need to call in a professional or neutral person to negotiate on your behalf. So I don't know if you got something going on that you might need negotiations for, but the divine is also sending you love and support. Better days are coming, is the message. Be the dog. Are you feeling a bit unpopular with your friends or family? So you might be a little in the doghouse, but like I say, you got the divine sending you love and support. So I wouldn't get overly worried about that. Sometimes they just don't like stuff, and oh well, too bad, so sad. They just don't like it. Sucks to be them, you know. As long as you know you're doing what you're supposed to do, whether they like it or not, that's on them. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. So even though it may look a little rough or uncertain, just keep that positive mindset, visualize the way you want it to be. Stepping into power, you are strong beyond measure. Ascending the mountain, keep going forward. Yup. First light, beginning a new cycle. So something's going to shift for you within the next 2 weeks, apparently. As you're beginning a new cycle, that's a good thing. Let me see here what we got. Whoa. How much good can you handle? Explore the upward spiral of grace and discover your superpower. Access 100% of your mojo. So you may even want to consider doing some guided meditations or subliminal stuff, sleep meditations, what have you, to help you either access your spirit team or manifestation type stuff, self hypnosis. I don't know. That kind of stuff just came to mind when we're talking about accessing 100% of your mojo over the next 2 weeks. That might be some things that you can do to kind of help your development along. Divine discernment, step back to find clarity. Your guys will let you know what it is you need to do, though. Yeah. Let me see here. What we got going on over here? Oh, renewal spark was here on the split. New life, fresh starts, rejuvenation, healing after crisis. Talking about the sacral chakra here. That's where you, uh, well, the solar plexus is really your manifestation center, but the sacral kind of bears on your manifestations as well. The world is here with a new cycle as well. Karmic completion, travel, fulfillment. At the top of the deck, we got self-love, intentions, focused on the desires of the heart, self-worth, expansion, manifesting. Yeah, definitely focus on the desires of the heart. Even go back through some of that old school manifestation work, things like Think and Grow Rich, Your Word is Your Wand, all that kind of stuff. Maybe that's something that you could sleep with to kind of program your mind towards your manifestations over the next couple of weeks. Ooh, somebody's watching you though, keeping tabs on you. Don't let that scare you. But yeah, somebody got some envy going on a little bit. Illusion, confusion, not seeing clearly, escapism, fantasy, addictions. This spying and watching, I think this energy goes with that. They're trying to figure you out. They're gathering info. There's some envy that present, and because of that, there's some illusion, confusion happening. Now I see at the bottom of the deck a timing card of summer, but you were wanting to know what's going to happen in the next 2 weeks. I'm seeing inner child healing here, some kind of wounding, coping mechanism, self-discovery, and separation, broken dreams. Maybe you're doing some healing over a past love or past relationship coming to an end, getting a new attitude around some of that, perhaps. Let's pull a little tarot and see what's going on. You talking to this girl and you sad over her? Yeah, well, I think you're gonna have to get over that because it looked like you might have to let that go in order to allow in the thing that you want. Because it does say separation, love here, and inner child healing. I mean, and self love and intentions. Sometimes what we want ain't what's good for us, and sometimes spirit will keep it from us for our own protection. We have to just recognize that. Yep, a cycle is ending. 10 of Wands. It's a burden you don't need to bear. 8 of Wands, some kind of progress though. If you let it go, I'm trying to tell you, sometimes we don't want to let something go because we get caught up in whatever. But if it wants to be released, let it go. If it's yours, it'll come back to you. If it doesn't, it ain't yours anyway. I know that's an old trite saying, but it's the truth. You can't make someone love you if they don't. That's a song too, but it's the truth too. The devil is here, temptation. And the devil, truthfully, ain't even about being stuck for real. It's literally about being, like, say, willfully holding on to that which does not serve us. Death is here, though. You letting this go. Transformation. And 13, death is not to be feared. Transformation, with death, there is an implied rebirth. So, wow, the devil and death. Yeah, I wish I had better news to tell you. Oh, it's gonna work out. She's gonna this. She's gonna that. You're saying you're sad over her. I think she's gonna have to go. Wow. And the high priestess came out anyway. It was on the bottom of this deck, and I was shuffling, wasn't nowhere near the bottom, but it came off the bottom of the deck anyway. So there may be something. Well, the high priestess, I think, in this instance, is referring to your intuition, your inner knowledge, but there may be a high priestess around the corner trying to get to you, but you can't. Page of Wands, you're gonna have to, like I say, you have to get a new attitude, honey. Yeah, a new idea, a new thought pattern. And again, that's not saying that a relationship is going to come in immediately, because once you let go of that idea, you do have to heal from it. There's like 2 of Swords, 3 of Swords energy. 2 of Swords did come out here, so there is a decision that has to be made. But after you do that, don't be quick to rush into something else. You do have to heal from that. But once you do, the world is here. So don't think that it's not, you're gonna be alone for, we do a lot of rebound and crazy stuff and hang on to stuff way too long because we just can't see it in the moment. Page of Swords is here. That's a swift, well, not even a swift action taker. There's some kind of communication that needs to happen, but this is an early kind of immature communication. So you're awakened to the idea she's making you sad. This isn't quite going the way you need it to go. But right now, I don't see it going the way you need to. There is some progress here, but the 3 of Wands is a voyage. That's looking for your ships to come in. There's something out there better. And I believe, let me pull one of these to see. Yeah. Spirit, what kind of information can we get for Joe? Good night, Tegan. I thought you would have been gone, girl. But yeah, thank you for joining us this evening. You have a beautiful night. I ain't far behind. Trust and believe. Yep, Joe is gonna be my last reading of the evening, and then I'm going to bed too. Wow, Joe. At the bottom of this deck, it fell off when I was picking these up to shuffle, but it says let go. So I honestly, like I say, if she's supposed to be in your life, her attitude will shift, but don't in your mind release her. Because I honestly think something better is coming. Look, Noah's at the bottom of the deck now. Spirit, is this female that Joe is looking at, is this something that needs to be asked for help from others? Look for a sign. Is this female going to come back to him or her, or come back to Joe? The situation will improve. Is this female? It says perfect timing here. So honestly, if you sad over her, it might be time to go. Oh, she stay up late? Okay. I forget she's homeschooled, so she could do that. But yeah. Yeah. I ask if this person is good for you, or is this, a no came out again. But let me see what's going on here. Huh. Big happy changes on your horizon. Yeah. It may be time to let this go. Trust. You have to understand that if you heal and do what you're supposed to do, spirit can, just like you met that person, you can meet another one. It's 8 billion people on this planet, over half of them are females. So you don't never need to worry about whether or not you've missed your opportunity at the one. It's 4 billion plus women on this planet. If you want a woman, there's one out there for you. If one don't act right, trust and believe you'll find another one. Okay. All right. Mm-mm-mm. That, my dear one, is your reading. Is there anything else that I can answer for you this evening? Yep, facts. Exactly. Because a lot of times look, our pickers, especially when we are in an imbalanced state or needing to heal, ascend, grow, if we're before the point of transformation, our pickers be broke anyway. That's why we have a string of broken relationships and exes and crap in the past. Not saying that those people are necessarily bad, but they were a match vibrationally to where we were at that time. But as we begin to grow and ascend and our vibration changes, or sometimes theirs changes, may not be for the good, or we may, whatever the case may be, those relationships end. But if we may be too quick to jump into something else, we basically, for a time, a lot of us wind up kind of manifesting the same kind of relationships over and over and over. Those are our karmic lessons. Same faces, different places, same kind of relationships over and over in a cycle until we learn that, graduate from that energy, clear those energies out of our field, and then once our vibration truly shifts, then we can attract someone from a different energy bandwidth that's more peaceful and compatible and all of those things in our life. So honestly, I think, oh, look at here, once you do the healing, I'm trying to tell you, this card heralds great success. You're on the winning team. The sun is here for you. And Confucius is here. Rethink what you're planning to do. Is it really a good idea? So you saying you sad over this chick? Let it go. Feeling trapped? There's always a way out of your difficulties. Those were all off the bottom of this deck. Break the cycle. You are the light. You can stop intergenerational behaviors. You don't have to keep chasing after these women that ain't good for you. Let it go. Do the spiritual level up and let your spirit team and ancestors bring you a goddess. Like for real. You got sadness and headaches, nah. And then things are finally looking up. The worst is behind you. So look forward. Wait a minute. The worst is behind you. So look forward to a much happier life. I can't read. But there we go. That is your message, dear one. So yeah. let it go and begin again after a period of healing, of course. And truthfully, that people don't even understand. Periods of chosen celibacy are so much more valuable than people know. I ain't talking about a dry spell where we wind up bitching and complaining because we can't find nothing, but a chosen period of celibacy for the purpose specifically of healing and shifting our energy can do wonders for what you'll manifest next. Trust me. You are so very welcome. It was my pleasure. If there's anybody else that I missed, speak now, forever hold your peace, because I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all, but it's almost midnight and I am getting ready to bounce because I got to do some upload work for the channel, get my attitude together on tomorrow. Tomorrow is Tuesday. Yeah, I'll be uploading things for the channels and TikTok and all of that, but I will be on Modern Mystic Messages Wednesday evening and then probably back here on Thursday evening on this channel for tarot if we need to. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me, everyone who was able to ride out with me this evening. And I hope to see you all on one or other of the outlets soon. Peace and blessings to you, soul family. I love you ever so much. Have a good rest of your day or evening. Namaste. Good night. Peace to you all.